is a good one, especially tonight.
Yeah, very hot out there, Dave.
It is. High temperatures today from our weather watchers range from 93 there from Valerie, Hughes, and Tuscaloosa. Justin Gentry and Jemison 93. John Talbot, Hueytown 96. And Joshua Vesta Moody near 100 degrees reported in his backyard thermometer. We got to 96 in Birmingham today, so definitely a scorcher. And tomorrow looks like we'll do more or less the same out there. We should do weather where because of the dangerous heat could feel like 105 to 110. That's the issue with us. Now, we do have a threat for some storms tomorrow, and that could help some of us to not get quite as hot. Let's cross our fingers and hope that happens. Wednesday through Friday, hot with more of those pop-up storms. Heat index not quite as high, 100 to 105, and more the same as we head into the upcoming weekend as well, too. So breaking it down again, weather aware tomorrow. Again, we're talking about much of the area in the middle 90s. Heat index 105 to 110. There is that heat advisory. This time it's only for the western part of the state. Less likely for those areas to get the rain to prevent them from getting hot. That's why there's the heat advisory there versus the rest of the area, nothing. So the reason why we're doing this big ridge of high pressure sitting just off to our northwest here, it kind of eventually builds our way. So from between Tuesday and Wednesday. As this happens, though, we're going to be right on the fringe of it. It's called a ring of fire, what happens around this. And when you're on that, sometimes you can get these storms right on the edges of it, and that's what likely will happen tomorrow. Same thing for Wednesday for us, but as the high builds farther to the east as we head to the end of the week, more typical summertime weather. And you can see the heat index 107 both Tuesday and Wednesday before going down as we head toward the weekend there with more humid air coming into play. But the heat risk for Tuesday still going to be very high here, very dangerous. Health impacts likely if you don't take care of yourself. Again, plenty of water, take frequent breaks, and try to get an AC as much as you can. Live look at Hoover now, clear sky, 86 degrees out there, pretty muggy with a dew point of 73. We're at 81 Tuscaloosa to Alabaster, 80 Double Springs, Aniana back to the Gadsden area. And you can see here, heat index still feels like 93 here, 90 Carrollton, 90 in Moundville at this hour. And we are tracking one area of some storms here, moving on into the northern part of Cherokee County. A little outflow coming from some storms in the front sitting off to the north. So from Blanche area to Watson, Gaysville, heading toward Weiss Lake here. Going to see a nice little welcome downpour as you go to bed this evening. So that's the only place that's got the rain right now. But that same flow from north to south, something we could see tomorrow as we see some of the storms with this front kind of pushing south across the area. So if you're headed to the pool tomorrow morning, doesn't look too bad, but afternoon and evening, we could see some showers and storms with that high of 95. And again, that heat index anywhere from 105 to 110 degrees across the area. Here's a look at futurecast overnight. Tonight's going to be pretty quiet. Tomorrow morning, some clouds. There you see some of those storms building up as early as 9 a.m. This model is showing Fort Payne, Gadsden, Anderson area into Birmingham potentially here by lunchtime. If this holds true, again, this is just one model we're looking at here, but it looks like we could see a little rain that would help with that heat as we head throughout your Tuesday. And going into Wednesday, we'll have more of the same, just some pop-up scattered storms with the heating of the day during the afternoon hours there. So we do need to be prepared for that as we head toward Wednesday. Chance of rain about 40% the rest of the week there, and likely this is all going to be from our next system that's going to be building its way here across the southeast. This low will kind of work its way into the Gulf and eventually help to bring us some wetter weather as we head to the rest of the week, which would be very welcome, except if you're going to the beach. Looks like some stormy weather midweek there. So weather tomorrow, a little cooler by Friday.